This dinosaur disappeared, then it returned. The Brontosaurus, a name synonymous with giants. But for decades, this giant was scientifically erased. How could one of the largest animals vanish from science? It began with a flurry of late 19th century American discoveries. And a new genus was declared based on initial findings. This creature was initially distinguished by its tail and neck structure. The original designation was thunder lizard, a fitting title. And now that we understand the initial claim, let's explore the challenge. 20 fossil discoveries were often incomplete and mixed together. But this fragmentation led to a critical taxonomic error. The key issue arose when comparing it to Apatosaurus. Many distinct Brontosaurus bones were eventually reclassified as Apatosaurus. By the mid-20th century, the name Brontosaurus was officially retired. For generations, we accepted the giant was merely Apatosaurus. Or the cultural impact remained, even if the name was gone. But curiosity, the engine of science, never truly rested. But new discoveries, decades later, began to suggest a divergence. A modern analysis targets internal structures, not just external shape. An advanced computer modeling revealed previously unseen distinctions. The pelvis shape proved remarkably different between the two groups. But even the vertebrae demonstrated unique evolutionary paths. And now that we understand the evidence shift, let's explore the implications. This wasn't just renaming it, it was redefining evolutionary branches. Brontosaurus fossils tend toward a more gracile, lighter build. The modern consensus suggests they were genuinely separate lineages. It implies different adaptations and ecological niches evolved. This reassessment impacts our understanding of sauropod diversity. And they were not just fat apatosaurs, as once suggested. However, its tail structure suggests different defensive or balancing mechanisms. The geographic separation of specimens is also a crucial factor. A leading figure championed the statistical validation of the split. This revival required rigorous, multi-layered scientific scrutiny. Imagine the ecosystem supporting two distinct, massive species. But the sheer biomass required to sustain them is staggering. But each footfall was a significant geological event on its own. But this highlights the incredible capacity of ancient Earth environments. What did this magnificent creature actually perceive? And the story of Brontosaurus is the story of science itself. We refine classifications through relentless, quantitative measurement. Rebuilding these giants requires understanding soft tissue attachments. A geological context confirms these animals live distinctly apart in time. This complex interplay solidifies the Brontosaurus's independent status. Now that we appreciate the scientific validation, let's consider its legacy. The survival of the name speaks to popular resonance. It captured the public imagination far more effectively than Apatosaurus. And that connection drove new research funding and curiosity. And the name itself became a scientific rallying cry for precision. It forces paleontologists to be meticulous about every bone fragment. Every structure must now be confirmed against the established baseline. The resulting Brontosaurus is structurally similar, yet demonstrably distinct. Its dental battery suggests slightly different browsing behaviors than its cousins. But this refinement adds crucial depth to our late Jurassic ecosystem models. They once walked this Earth, and now, scientifically, they walk again. The lesson here transcends paleontology hit. It is about scientific humility. Old names sometimes hold truths that new data eventually confirms. Diversity within these colossal groups was far greater than imagined. We continue to refine the family tree of life, one bone at a time. The thunder lizard has finally reclaimed its rightful place in history. But its return reminds us that definitive knowledge is always provisional.